Don't come. That night, heavy rain poured over the small town where Reka lived. The sound of droplets hitting the roof of his old family home filled the quiet with an eerie rhythm. Just as he was about to switch off his phone and head to bed, a knock echoed from the front door. Strange. It was nearly 11 p.m. When Reka opened the door, no one was there. Only a worn brown envelope lay on the doormat. No return address, just neat handwriting.
Class of 2015 reunion invitation. Location in Villa Ardi, Punchak Hills. Time Saturday, 7 p.m.
We're waiting for you. Don't be late. He stared at it, confused. He was part of the 2015 class, but he didn't remember hearing anything about a reunion. Their group chat had been dead for years. Still, something tugged at him, a mix of nostalgia and guilt. Villa Ardi was where they'd spent their final school trip together. A trip that ended in tragedy. A bus crash on the way home that claimed the lives of many classmates. Reka had survived only because he was sick and didn't join the trip. Since then, a deep, persistent guilt haunted him. The kind that whispers, "It should have been you." Saturday, 6:57 p.m. Villa Ardi stood as he remembered an old colonial-style house on a fog-covered hill. The building was clearly neglected, but the interior lights were on. The door creaked open at his touch, as if welcoming him in.
Reka?
He jumped slightly. It was Cinta, his old classmate, standing in the dimly lit living room. She smiled, too wide, too still. Behind her were Bayu, Yanni, and Wira, all familiar faces, just as they looked a decade ago.
We've been waiting for you.
Where's everyone else?
We're all here. Only you hadn't arrived.
Something wasn't right. They looked too perfect. Not a wrinkle, not a strand of gray, just like in the yearbook photos. Reka sat, trying to hide his unease. There were no snacks, no decorations, no music, not even a phone in sight. Everyone just stared at him, unmoving. Cinta raised a glass.
To our final reunion.
Reka stood, and then he said,
This doesn't make sense. You haven't aged.
Because we don't change anymore, Raka.
We all died that day. On the way back from this very place. You weren't there. You were the only one who lived.
Reka's heart dropped.
No, this is a joke.
Why do you think you got that invitation, Reka? We've been waiting. It's been 10 years. We were never complete without you.
Suddenly, the lights went out. Footsteps echoed from every corner of the villa. The air grew thick and cold. Reka ran to the door, but it was gone. A wall stood where the exit had been. The house twisted into endless, shifting hallways. He was trapped the next morning. Locals found Reka's car abandoned outside Villa Ardi. The villa appeared deserted and decaying, no signs of life. When authorities entered the house, they found an old class photo on the dusty coffee table. It showed the 12th grade class from 10 years ago. Every student was crossed out, except one. Reka's face had been freshly added. And under it, scrawled in faded ink, "Now we're all here."